What is up, everyone? So in this video I want to talk about the MKS Ezy MTE bicycle pedals. Those are high quality Japanese made bicycle pedals that are very popular among folding bike communities because they are really just well made compared to some other pedals that you can see out on the market, or those cheap pedals that usually came with the like stock on your folding bikes. Those pedals, like this one, the particular one I had is MKS MTE Ezy. So the Ezy means that this pedal is easily removable from the actual mount. Let me show you guys. So when you mount this pedal on your crankset, you can easily remove it and install it. So for people who lock their folding bikes outside, they don't want their pedal to get stolen, they just remove this and maybe carry it in your backpack or whatever, and protect it from the grease, and you should have a very safe place for your pedals. And also for space saving reasons, this came with my Dayhome Mu SL Super Light. And the reason they use this pedal is because they are actually extremely lightweight for their durability. Now, why I have those pedals off my bike is because despite the fact that it's very easy to be removed, and despite the fact it's a well-made cast aluminum piece with very beautifully machined, axles and sealed bearing, so they're like running super smooth, no complaints at all. Now, my problem is those pedals are really just designed for light duty use. Even though I have a folding bike, I like my bike to have a much larger, more grippy platform pedals, and those are not. So as you can see, the amount of teeth on there's pretty much none, and it's very not grippy at all. Those teeth very mild. So it's got two surfaces. This one is the top, supposedly, and this one is the bottom. You don't want to use the bottom because the spindle is actually showing over here, so it's sliding around very badly. So when you ride, you have to make sure it's on the top part. However, every time you put the pedal on there, as you can see, it automatically defaults to the bottom side, which is another reason that I don't really like those pedals, because it takes a lot of efforts to get this pedal into the pedaling position on the top. So that's another reason I took it off. And the third is they are it's got some good things and some bad things. So this spindle, actually, to install this part on the crankset, you need a special tool, a very thin spanner, 15mm spanner, that's actually from the MKS themselves. Because if you use a regular bicycle spanner, it's not wide enough to be able to get in on the crankset to install those. So I have a heavy duty spanner for the pedals, and those just doesn't fit this at all. So that's another problem. Now a tip is, if your crankset is recessed, you need a special adapter. You need a washer to prevent this pedal from getting installed too far into the crank, because if you install it too far into the crank, there is no way for you to get this pedal or get this part out of the crank. It's very hard to remove once you install it improperly. So if your crank have a little recessed space on the pedal mounting area, you need to have a spacer. Now they have a video from MKS that tells you how to properly install this pedal and how to properly remove it. So make sure to post the link down below if you guys are interested or you're thinking about buying this pedal with the Ezy quick release mounting system. Now, very last thing I want to share with you guys, and the reason you're probably here is because sometimes if you do get those pedals stuck onto the crank and it's very hard to remove, you might want to actually disassemble this part, the locking mechanism of the crankset, so you can actually access the spanner area if you installed it improperly on your crankset, if your crankset is recessed. So that happened on my crankset. That's why I want to share with you guys. To remove this part, all you have to do, if you push it in, you can see there is a retention spring or retention lock ring right here on the outside. All you have to do, use a little like a push pin or whatever, get this little retention spring out of the locking area, and you should be able to remove this cap on the top. Now when you remove the cap, be really careful, because there are actually 4 ball bearings inside. Those ball bearings actually do fall out of the place on the bottom, so make sure you have something to catch those ball bearings if they fall off by accident. Because when you remove this spring clip, you take this out, there is another spring inside that will actually preventing the balls from falling out. As soon as you take that spring out, the ball, the 4 little ball, stainless steel ball, is gonna fall out of the place. Okay, so there are 4 balls in here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So make sure you don't lose them. Okay, so add an area that's very safe, that you can catch those balls if they do fall out. That's my little installation tip if you're thinking about getting this pedal. So I took it off because I actually changed those to a much wider platform pedal with very grippy pins. Now if you guys are just for light city commute or whatever, those MKS MTE pedals are probably a great option for light duty use. And if you don't like platform pedals that are very grippy, because those grippy pedals also wears out your shoes faster, those shouldn't wear out your shoes at all. And again, sealed bearing, so they spin very smooth, no complaints. I've had those for a few months now, in the rain, whatever. Just make sure they're well lubricated on the part that's exposed. Because it's made of steel, they do rust if they see a lot of rain, acid rain, or salt water. So make sure you keep those well lubricated, and they should last you a very long time. Okay, so that's all I want to share with you guys. If you guys have any questions about the MKS MTE Ezy, removable pedal, feel free to ask me in the comment section down below. Otherwise, I hope you found this video helpful in helping you determine whether you should get this pedal or not, and on how to remove this pedal properly. Okay, so thanks again guys, and see you in the next video. Take care.